Congress party has complained to the Election Commission against Prime Minister Modi's scheduled visit and meditation program. Yes, the Congress has termed the meditation and maun vrat by Prime Minister Modi as a violation of the Model Code of Conduct. Abhishek Manu Singhvi said that this was a tactic by the Prime Minister to either keep campaigning or to keep himself in headlines after the campaigning deadline ends on May 30th. Singhvi added that even if Prime Minister Modi performs meditation, then it should not be telecast by either print nor any audio-visual media. And let's take Abhishek Manu Singhvi's comment.
किसी परोक्ष रूप से साइलेंस पीरियड में जो चुप्पी रहने का समय होता है 48 घंटे चुनाव के पहले, उसमें कोई भी नहीं, चाहे कितना बड़ा लीडर हो, वो किसी रूप से, सीधे रूप से या परोक्ष रूप से कैंपेनिंग नहीं कर सकता। हमें कोई आपत्ति नहीं है, कोई व्यक्ति, कोई लीडर कुछ भी करे, मौन व्रत रखे या कैंपेन करे, लेकिन वो साइलेंस पीरियड में इनडायरेक्ट कैंपेनिंग नहीं होनी चाहिए। हमने ये कंप्लेंट रखी है कि माननीय प्रधानमंत्री ने जो घोषणा की है कि वो एक मौन व्रत में बैठेंगे 30 तारीख की शाम से। आप जानते हैं कि जो चुप्पी का समय है वो 30 तारीख की सुबह 7 बजे से लेकर 1 तारीख तक चलता है। ठीक उसके बीच में माननीय प्रधानमंत्री ने घोषणा की है, ये सीधा आदर्श संहिता का उल्लंघन है। ये वो तौर तरीके हैं जिनसे आप या तो कैंपेनिंग कर रहे हैं या अपने आप को प्रसारित कर रहे हैं सभी चैनल्स द्वारा, प्रिंट मीडिया द्वारा। हमने 2 बड़े सरल बिंदु रखे हैं चुनाव आयोग के सामने। या तो प्रधानमंत्री इसको मात्र 24-48 घंटे बाद शुरू करें, 1 तारीख की शाम को वो हर प्रकार का आध्यात्म मौन व्रत कर सकते हैं अगर वो चाहें तो, और या अगर वो इंसिस्ट करते हैं कि कल शाम को 30 तारीख की शाम को शुरू करेंगे जैसा कि घोषणा में आया है, तो
former union minister and senior Bharatiya Janata Party leader, sir, what do you make of the attempt of the Congress party when they say that this maun vrat is politicization and the code of conduct of the Election Commission of India will break? Your first comment, sir.
This is absolutely bankruptcy of ideas with Congress, because they are afraid of PM when he speaks. Now they are afraid of PM when he is in silence. And I can't understand and comprehend how silence can be a campaign. He is not doing and appealing voters there. Every year he does his own. He is a spiritual person, and therefore he does his sadhana. Now he has, last 5 months he was on campaign trail in a way, before the code of conduct and after the code of conduct. He has toiled tremendously. Now tomorrow the campaign ends, so he is going and keeping maun and dhyan. So what is the issue? He is keeping silence. So I can only say Congress has gone bankrupt. They have no agenda, no issue. They know they are losing, and therefore they are making some or the other excuses, as if Modi won because he was in silence mode for last 24 hours. He is every time does it. Only after this and after the conclusion of Model Code of Conduct and campaigning, you can still go and meet people. But he is not meeting people also. He is by himself with God. And this is what India represents. India's people will be terribly not only upset, but will be laughing at Congress, because this is how the bankruptcy has reached to a level.
Mr. Javadekar, do you think it's even legally okay, this position?
No law. See, law is very clear. What ends tomorrow 5 o'clock is the public campaign. That is the use of loudspeakers. Candidates still go, conduct the small gatherings, can go door to door, campaign, Karyakartas also go, and all parties. So, there is no ban on campaign, it is ban on public campaign. And therefore, this is not legally tenable also. People will laugh at it. This is completely bankruptcy of Congress, no ideas, no clues, no issues, and no future. And therefore, they are doing all this kind of nonsensical
Prakashji, I'll just read one statement of the Congress party, then you please respond to it. We told Election Commission that during the silence period of 48 hours, no one should be allowed to campaign directly or indirectly. We have no objection to whatever any leader may do, whether they keep a maun vrat or anything. It should not be an indirect campaign in the silence period. We have complained that Prime Minister Modi has announced that he will sit for maun vrat from the evening of May 30th. The silence period would be from 7 o'clock of May 30th till June 1. This is a violation of Model Code of Conduct. These are the tactics to either keep campaigning or to keep himself in the headlines. We have asked the Election Commission that he should start maun vrat after 24 to 48 hours in evening of June 1. But if he insists on beginning this tomorrow, then it should be prohibited from being telecasted by print or audio visual media.
No, let me respond. In 19, Kapil Sibal was saying on behalf of Congress that Ram Mandir, whatever decision you have to make, Supreme Court, but do it after 19 election. This is how they are saying every time. They want not to, means they are threatened of Prime Minister while in maun. This is unique. Nowhere in the world somebody has objected for a leader who chooses to remain silent. Actually, Modi ji is actually implementing the real code of conduct.
Okay. So you are saying that the Prime Minister is implementing the real code of conduct. Thank you so much, Prakashji, for joining me at a very short notice. Let me just go across to Ajit. Ajit, why is this an issue? Is it because of the effect of the 2019 Kedarnath Yatra? Very quickly, 1 minute, that's it.
See, I have a lot of respect for Abhishek Manu Singhvi, but I think he's pushing the logic a bit too much. I mean, what is wrong with the Prime Minister going for a maun vrat? After all, the ballot boxes are all packed. Everyone is voting. How will it affect the campaign? I don't understand that, frankly. And finally, yes, I mean, Prime Minister Modi is a spiritual man. How can you ban the press from covering it? It's our decision in the press, whether it's the print media or the electronic media. It makes for great spectacle, like for example, when we covered his Varanasi speech. It makes for great spectacle. Audience watch it. We want our TRPs. So how can the Congress party tell us not to cover it? Because after all, people have voted. Everything is over. The ballot boxes are inside.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, you are saying that, this is not in line with what Abhishek Manu Singhvi is known for.
Well,
20 seconds.
I think Prakash Javadekar has a very valid point. The fact is that, when the election campaigning ends, it doesn't mean that the campaigning completely ends. On 30th for voting that has to take place on 1st, the candidate can still go and meet people. It is not that, after 30th evening at 5 or 6, he has to be shut in his home and, only come out on the day when the voting takes place. He can do this. So, technically, Prime Minister is not violating any kind of model code of conduct based on that.
So, this is one story we are going to track tomorrow. It's an ongoing story. It's an ongoing story. We are going to track tomorrow. It's an important development that has taken place. So, that's all on my show, On Point. Good night. Thank you.
Helps beat sensitivity